Hello Lincoln instructors, this is Kyle with McGraw-Hill, and in this short video I'm going to walk you through how to simulate what a student would see and how they work within the Aleks Pi. So I'm in my instructor account right now. I just need to click on Student View and then click Enter Now, and this will take me into my student account where I left off. I had just finished the initial assessment and I was ready to begin work in my Aleks Pi. So when you look at the Pi, you'll see that based on the shadowed areas in the Pi, see how the student did in the initial assessment. And based on the information that Aleks gathered in that initial assessment, that will dictate what the student will be allowed to do next. So if I scroll over whole numbers, you'll see that I have about 6 options as to where I could proceed next as a student. If I go to fraction and mixed numbers, I only got 1 out of 32 potential topics mastered in the initial assessment, so I only have 2 available options. If I go up to measurements and conversions, you'll see that I have none of those covered from my initial assessment, so it actually won't even let me in here yet because I'm really not ready for that. So if I go over to whole numbers, I can select subtraction and regrouping with zeros, which is what I'll do. And this is where the student actually begins to learn in Aleks. So you'll see that as a student works through, they'll be asked certain questions. So it says subtract 177 from 701. And the answer would be 524. All right, so now Aleks says, very good, practice again. If you answer correctly without help 2 more times, I will add this problem to your Pi. So this is how students actually add pieces to their Pi. Next up, we've got 3013 minus 873. And let's say as a student, I put in a wrong answer. It's going to tell me that my answer is incorrect, but it's not going to lock me out of this problem. It will let me keep trying. But if I'm just stuck on this for some reason, I can click Explain. And this is where Aleks teaches the student. So it'll walk through every single step the student would need in order to complete this problem, and then allows the student to go right back into the practice mode and gives the student a set of new numbers. So for this one, it would be 1158. All right. And since I asked for help, it's going to make me do this 2 more times now. All right, so 901 minus 574. All right, and if I answer 1 more time, then this will be added to my piece of the Pi. So 6011 minus 3471. All right, so it says, very good. You seem to have learned this question. To practice again, click on More Practice. Otherwise, click Done and return to your Pi. So now I've mastered this and I've returned to the Pi, and as you'll see when I scroll over, I've got a different set of options available based on what I've added to the Pi. And if a student fails at adding a piece to the Pi, these will change as well. So that's how a student works in the Pi. I hope this was helpful.